The tennis courts of Collin Athletic Club is where the men's and women's tennis teams at the University of Nevada call home. They have not played a match on their own on-campus courts in over 5 years because of the treacherous court conditions. Women's tennis head coach Guillaume Tonelli knows that they have become a hazard.
They are just not usable at all. The surface just kept on breaking. We tried to resurface them in 2005, I believe. And then they just keep on breaking all the time. So they are actually a liability now, so, saying that a player can very easily get injured.
And the courts show no signs of improving to women's tennis player Sheila Smiley.
The conditions are just actually unplayable. All the courts have cracks in them. Last year we were actually able to play, I think, on like 1 or 2 courts, but each year it gets worse and worse, so it's not good.
Weather is the biggest factor to the two teams, as it not only has destroyed the on-campus courts, but disrupts practices as well.
The fall semester is always a challenge because, for example, this morning it didn't rain or anything, but we got some rain the past few days, and with the temperatures being kind of low, everything froze.
Tonelli knows there are positives about coming out to Collin Athletic Club, but there's also a downside.
Well, I think Collin Club is a beautiful facility. It's really amazing. I love the green. I love the fans that come out and the members and trying to work with the club. Now the cons are just we need to drive back and forth to the court, and again it's only outdoors. So it helps us huge when the weather is nice, but when it's not, it doesn't do us any good. So.
And driving out to the Collin Athletic Club courts brings its own set of problems along with it.
The drive means more financial challenges and time also, because when if you really want to run a good program, you have to do individuals. So it means have two girls at a time. So it means 4 rotations. You add 10-15 minute drive per practice. The full day is done pretty much. So
the drives also mean taking the student athletes away from their academics.
The cons are that we have to practice, our practices go for longer because we have to travel here, and it's just kind of annoying out of class. So
the two teams have long dreamed of building an indoor tennis facility, but even at their fundraiser, the weather was still an issue.
So we made a little bit of money, that will help us. It was crazy windy. I don't think I've seen Reno that windy before. And so we had about 18 people, which they were, super happy to come and play with the players. But at the same time, we couldn't really have fun. It was really cold. It was really windy. It helped us, get in the community. But at the same time, I had a lot of feedback from people that wanted to come, but decided not to because of the wind.
And while trying to build a strong program, the teams could be at a disadvantage compared to conference foes in terms of facilities.
It's something that is a must-have nowadays. Very similar to indoor football. It's something that all the other schools have, and especially being in the mountain region. The mountains are just so unpredictable that it was snowing this morning and it's beautiful this afternoon. So
having an indoor facility could also affect the players that come to Nevada.
Recruiting wise, it's a huge tool. Showing them that they have stability. We have practice at the same times. They have weights next to the locker rooms. They have conditioning on court. We had to do conditioning under the bleachers pretty much this Monday because we had nowhere to go. So there is a lot for us to help and show the players that there is a future for Nevada and a lot of stability.
A feeling that is also shared by the student athletes.
We would probably, do so much better in competition as well, because we would have home matches, and also it's super important for recruitment because a lot of players, they want a facility, right? So definitely a lot better players would come, and then Nevada as a team would, I think, grow tremendously.
Even with all the positives that an indoor facility could bring, Tonelli still believes it will be a while before one is built at Nevada.
Sadly, just about money. It's about financials, because I truly believe the tennis community is behind the university, and they would definitely help. Now, in those hard financial, economical times, not many people want to give, $1 million, donations. So it's sad in a way because it is about money, but at the same time, I think when it comes together, we'll have something nice.
A new student fitness center is currently in the works for traditional students, but the student athletes of the men's and women's tennis teams lack the ability to play a home match on campus. Reporting for Wolfpack Week, this is Jake Ward and Alan Shanley.